Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. Don't let them use you. Time to fight back for your respect. All right, make that snake slither into the hole they crawled out of. All right, it's time to fight. All right, it's time to fight. All right, and not a fist fight. All right, it's time to fight back by reclaiming what you are owed. All right, you are owed respect. When you give respect to people, they owe it back to you. But this world doesn't owe us anything. But so the only person that owes it to you is yourself. All right, you're owed it to yourself. You owe yourself. All right, respect. So when people aren't showing you the type of respect that you deserve, you owe it to yourself to not deal with them anymore. You owe it to yourself to have so much respect for yourself, all right, that you're going to empower yourself and no longer deal with people who are showing you that they're just going to say whatever, do whatever, treat you however. All right, you don't have to deal with that. You may have thought to stick around and try and work things out. You may have thought things would get better, but if you knew how things would not get better and that they would only get worse, you probably would have given up hope on it a long time ago. And since you don't like to quit, since you like to see the good in people, you have to realize when you have to quit and you have to stop looking for something that's not there. All right, some people, they're not in the stage of life where they're operating with the good in them. Some people are in a stage of life where they're not using the good in them. Some people are in a stage of life to where that good in them is slim to none. It's non-existent. It's not there. You be knocking, looking for it. Yo, it's good here. No, it's evil's house. And yo, that's just how it is sometimes. All right, sometimes is sometimes people don't have as much good in them as you thought or as you would like. And you can't stick around, all right, and keep looking for it, all right, because you're gonna be the one that's damaged. You're gonna be the one that ends up in a predicament over looking for the better in someone else. All right, looking for the better in a bitter individual. All right, don't look for the better in bitter people up close. All right, that can do damage to you. All right, unnecessary damage, something that you don't need in your life. All right, that's something that you need to separate from. All right, um, don't let people use you. All right, when people try to use you, that means that they think you're weak. All right, that means that they're trying to get over on you because they feel that they can, and there's not going to be any repercussion. All right, don't get upset or get into anything with them. Remove yourself from the situation. All right, cut this person off. Whatever it is they're trying to get from you, or whatever it is they are using you for, cut them off. All right, don't deal with them anymore on that level or at all. All right, some people, they like to take advantage of other people. They see that you like to give. All right, they see that you have a giving spirit, and some people will run it into the ground. Some people will try to get as much from you as they can. All right, some people will try to use you until they can use you up. All right, so don't let that happen. Don't let that be you. All right, make that snake slither back into the hole they crawled out of. All right. Sometimes people are snakes. Sometimes people try to get as much out of you as they can without actually caring about you or caring about what you're doing for them, in the sense of, yo, they're going to just, yo, I'm just going to use this person. This person is helping me, and I'm going to keep taking advantage of it. And I'm not going to do anything for them. I'm not going to treat them good. I'm just going to do whatever I want because I already got this person. You know, and it's difficult when people deal with people like that. All right, I was listening to somebody's conversation the other day, and this person was just it reminded me of an earlier time or earlier experience that I have unfortunately had to deal with, where someone was trying to get help from someone, and this person was just talking to the person crazy. And instead of the person saying, no, I'm not helping you because you got a rotten attitude, the person felt like they needed to help them still. The first person must have felt that they were under some kind of pressure to where they couldn't tell them no. All right, tell people no. Don't let people disrespect you. Don't let people try to use you, take advantage of the fact that you got a good spirit. All right, people will try to walk all over you and get things from you, and that's just an ultimate sign of disrespect. That's the ultimate disrespect. You don't let people do you like that. You got to stand up for yourself, and you got to tell people. You got to tell people no. All right, regardless of what you think might happen, you have to tell somebody no. People aren't people aren't that scary. All right, there's nothing to be scared of when it comes to telling someone no. All right, you may have dealt with issues with that in the past, but you might now have the power to tell them to kiss your cast. All right, well, kiss my cast. All right, you may tell them that. All right, but don't deal with people who will try to cause you to feel some type of way, and then on top of that, do something for them. All right, then, you have to care about yourself enough. You owe yourself the respect. Some people don't feel that they owe you that respect. They don't. All right, some people are just terrible, and they want to it's like a sick kind of twisted way they deal with people, and they find people who are underdeveloped. They find people who haven't fully come into awareness of who they are, and people who aren't as strong as they need to be. All right, they look for the weak people. All right, they try to find people who are weak. They try to find people that they can get over on. They try to find people who have a difficult time dealing with people who get confrontational, or get difficult, or try to act hard, or try to play some type of tough role with them just so they could try to intimidate them. All right, don't let people intimidate you. People are trying to put a certain amount of pressure on you to try to get you to do something that you don't have to do. You don't have to do anything for anyone. All right, you don't have to say yes to anyone you don't want to say yes to. You don't have to do anything for anyone that you don't want to do anything for. All right, people try to use people that way. All right, they'll see that, okay, this is a type of person that they need a friend, or this is the type of person that will let someone talk to them any kind of way. This is the type of person that will let people walk over them. Don't be that kind of person. All right, if you have ever dealt with that, then like you being that type of person, it welcomes the wrong kind of people into your life, and until you change, then people are going to continue to stomp the yard on you, and you can't allow that to happen. All right, you can't, because it's not a good look for you. All right, when people see you allow yourself to be treated any kind of way, it's because you don't respect yourself, and people only respect people who respect themselves. And when you respect yourself, you're going to cut people off like that. You're going to get angry at them when they do things like that. You're not going to allow people to just come into your life and talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way, and on top of that, still expect you to do things for them. All right, that is someone that feels they have full control over you and over your life, and you can't let other people do you that way. All right, you may have had some type of uh, situation earlier on, previously in your early on in life, or something like that, or in your life, to where you never grew out of that stage, or you might have been like disrespected early on, or treated a certain way, and you don't know any better. But you don't look at yourself as weak because you didn't know any better. If you didn't know any better, you can't look at yourself a certain way. Maybe you had a different upbringing than other people. Maybe you're different than other people. All right. But you have to find in you the same thing that you see in other people. There are other people who don't get treated like this. There are other people who don't allow these things to happen to them. So what you have to do is you have to use them as a superhero, and you have to see the same thing in them, that you have to see that same thing that you see in them in yourself. All right. So that way you won't allow people to walk all over you. You won't allow people to talk to you crazy or talk to you any kind of way. You have to let people know that there's repercussions for dealing with you in a way that you're not supposed to deal with people, even if that's cutting them off for good. All right. Even if that's telling them like it is. All right. Even if that's putting your foot down and making people know that, hey, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but it's not me. You're not going to deal with me that way. Or you have to make those snakes slither back into the hole that they crawled out of. People are only talking to you like that because you're letting them. Sooner or later, you're going to have to put your foot down and tell people they're not going to be able to deal with you like that. You can't talk to me like that. I won't let you talk to me like that. I won't let you deal with me like that. You sooner or later it's going to come to a point to where you have to handle that and you have to take care of that, because nobody's going to come save you from that. Our people can say whatever they want about it, but there are people out there who have to grow. And there's nothing wrong with growth. There's nothing wrong with not being a particular way. You just can't not stay that way. You have to grow into a better version of yourself, to where you see yourself as someone that people will respect. All right, if you see yourself as someone that people will respect, people will respect you. Maybe you've had some situations to you happen in life to where you feel that people don't respect you, or you don't see yourself as worthy of respect, or you don't respect yourself. You have to change that. You got to change that. You have to start respecting yourself by seeing yourself as someone who deserves respect, someone who's worthy of respect, someone who's worthy of being treated correctly. And you probably, might have had some toxic situations early on in life where people just dogged you and didn't do right by you, and, treated you any kind of way. And you didn't know any better. So you just took it, you just accepted it. And if you don't change that, you're going to go through life allowing other people to treat you the same way. So it's not your fault. All right. If you're dealing with this, it's not your fault. But you have to not let it keep happening. You have to grow out of this, and you have to grow into some type of mental toughness, some type of awareness of yourself, to where you see yourself as someone who can't get treated that way. You got to change your mind about how you see you and how you view you. Because however you see yourself, that's how the world is going to see you. If you see yourself as someone that allows people to use them, or someone that lets people use them, or someone that gets used, unfortunately, that's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to get. And people are going to see that in you. And the wrong people are going to see that, and you're going to end up attracting them because they see you as an easy target. And you're not an easy target. All right. You don't want to be anybody's easy target. You gotta step up mentally. All right. This is a mental thing you have to do. So it's nothing wrong with not being what you're supposed to be, but there is something wrong with staying that way. All right. Even though you may not be there, or you may not be what you're supposed to be, you have to change into a brave person. You got to change into somebody with some courage. You got to change into someone who doesn't fear certain aspects of life. All right. Maybe you're afraid of what may happen to you. Maybe you're afraid of what somebody might do. Don't be afraid of that. All right. There's nothing to be afraid of. Once you realize that these people were just uh, trying to come at you a certain type of way because they viewed you a certain type of way, all you're going to have to do is change how you view yourself. All right, people see you as you view yourself. People are going to treat you how you treat yourself. If you treat yourself with respect, nobody's going to come at you crazy like that, because they're going to see like, okay, we probably shouldn't do that to him. Probably shouldn't come at him this way. I probably shouldn't, handle this person that way. But people, they want to test you. They want to see where you're at. All right. Some people like to try to bully other people. Some people try to pick on other people. And you can't let people do that to you. You can't let people bully you or pick on you your whole life, or any time in life. All right. Just because that happened previously in life, or that may have been something that was done to you, doesn't mean you have to stay that kind of person. All right. Don't be ashamed of it. All right, maybe there was a point in time in life where you didn't stand up for yourself, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't stay there. That's where the problem is, because if you stay there, people are going to continue to view you as a pushover and somebody that doesn't take care of situations or know how to handle situations. And you have it within you to know how to handle a situation and to be able to stand up for yourself and be able to speak up for yourself just like everybody else does. And some people, some people early on in life, they had some really bad things happen to them that scarred them mentally. And it's like, yo, something, you got this image of what happened, and you got this fear from what happened, and you got this like this bad vibes, or you got like this fright in you because of some way someone had treated you previously. All right, maybe somebody yelled at you, screamed at you, all right, mentally abused you in some kind of way, or like treated you like crap. All right, maybe they were talking to you bad, and they were bigger than you or older than you, and maybe you had some type of fear or something. Scratch all that, screw all that. All right, forget all that. It's like you have to look past that, and you have to not see yourself as that person anymore. Some people are stuck there. Some people are stuck there, but you don't have to stay stuck there. And if somebody dealt like that with you, whatever situation you went through because of that, that's not who you are. All right, so you have to, just because someone dealt with you in a particular way, that doesn't mean that's the person that you are. You're not that person. And you have to feel that within the depths of your soul. That's not who I am. All right, that's who they thought I was, but I'm not that person. I don't view myself like that. So you have to keep working on yourself. You have to keep conditioning your mind to not be afraid of people, to not be afraid of confrontation, to not be afraid of altercations, to not be afraid to speak up for yourself. All right, you have to see yourself as someone who doesn't have fear when it comes to any situation in life, dealing with people on any kind of spectrum or any aspect of your life. You're not supposed to have fear. All right, God didn't give you fear. Wherever you got that fear from, you got to look back in your mind and see where is the first time that you became afraid. And you, like, it may be a part of you, the part of you that needs to act, the part of you that needs to take control. It might be stuck there. You might be real good in every other aspect of your life. So applaud yourself. You like, yo, I'm real good in this area of life. I'm real good in this area of life. It's just, it may be some things that I still have to work on, and that's cool. It's better to be aware of it and realize it, instead of trying to fake the funk with yourself and act like something that's there doesn't exist, because you're going to end up staying there. You're going to end up pretending, and things are going to keep happening to you, and you're going to look past it. Or it's like that movie with Jim Carrey where things happened to him, and he just ignored it and act like nothing was happening to him, and then it ended up turning him into someone else. All right, you don't want to explode on people, and that's why people do explode on people, because it's like, yo, I'm trying to be the good person. I'm trying to be the good person. You can be the good person. Just make sure you stand up for yourself while you do be the good person. Make sure you don't let people walk all over you while you do be the good person. Make sure you don't let people take advantage of you while you do be the good person. And it's like they don't do this to people who they know they'll get a negative response from. They do this to people who aren't there yet, to people who are weak. All right, and you don't have to be weak. You don't want to be weak. You shouldn't be weak. You can if you're weak, you can make yourself strong. All right, the Bible says, what's the Bible say? The Bible says to say that I am strong. I am not weak. I am strong. That's what the Bible tells you to say. All right. So you're not weak. You're strong. And once you start to see yourself the opposite of of how you have been being treated, and once you start to see yourself oppositely of how you may have viewed yourself due to past certain experiences, you're going to grow into the person that you want to be. All right, you're gonna see yourself as the one that you wish to be. And the good thing about your mind and transformation and renewing your mind, all right, thou art renewed by your mind. All right, you can change anything that you want to change about yourself. You don't have to stay there. All right, so people can say whatever they want about you. They could say this, they could say that, but the thing is, if you're not that person anymore, just because they have something to say about you, it doesn't make it true. All right, just because they may have said that about you in the past doesn't make it true. Everyone grows and changes at different stages in life. And if somebody wants to call you out on that or have something to say about that, that's just them and that's their business. And you don't care about that anyway, because that person's got some type of issues for them to even have anything to say about you in the first place. All right, so yo, don't let people use you. It's time for you to. It's time to fight for your respect by battling yourself within. All right, if you can win the fight within, then people will respect you because they're going to see that you respect yourself. And until you step up to the plate to where you respect yourself, you can stand up for yourself. You can stand up to other people. You don't let people walk all over you. You don't let people use you. All right, when you mean no, you say no and things like that. That's some of that stuff is hard for people. Some people have been put in certain situations early on in life to where they weren't able to develop these kinds of skills. All right, depending on who they were around. All right, it may have been a fear for them. It may have been hard for them. It may have been something that they were unable to see in themselves. And that's okay. But you don't have to stay there. You can change whatever you want to change about yourself. You can grow into a mentally strong person. You can grow into a mentally tough person. You can grow into someone that sees themselves in a way to where it's like, yo, you think that, you can think that. All right, I can't stop you from thinking that, but that's not what I think about myself. So if you think that's what's going down, you're sadly mistaken, my friend, because we ain't playing that over here. So people can try you any kind of way they want, but you have to have the heart. All right, you have to have heart. You have to have courage enough to not be a coward and to be able to speak up. Stand up. Speak up. Stand up for your right. All right, you got to be able to get up, stand up, and stand up for your right. You have a right to certain liberties in life. All right, and that's peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and money. All right, you have you have certain liberties in life to where you deserve to be able to feel good. All right, you don't want to walk around in fear. You don't want to walk around frightened. You don't want to be scared of people because people like Chucky said, I'm scared. All right, that's a program, man, and I believe some of them programs is might depending on what era you from, but it's just like certain programs from TV you may have picked up. It might even be that. All right, it's they don't call it television programming for no reason. All right, certain vibrations, certain frequencies get put out there, and then depending on how you see yourself, what character you see yourself playing in life, who knows? But anyway, I ain't gonna blame it on Chucky. All right, but anyway, you have to see yourself as what you wish to be. All right, you can't be scared. You can't be moving through life afraid. You can't be afraid to stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, handle situations the way they're supposed to be handled. If someone feels they have the courage to stand up to you and handle you a certain type of way, you have all the right in the world to fight back by standing up and speaking up and just letting your voice be heard. All right, saying what it is you need to say, handling the situation as in the way you need to handle it so you can get the type of outcome that you need. All right, and it's about just being able to be comfortable. All right, and the more you handle situations like this, the better you're going to feel about yourself, the more self-esteem you're going to have. All right, the less anxiety you're going to have when you handle things as soon as they happen. You stand up for yourself, you take care of situations, and people will respect you for it. That's what people respect. All right, it is what it is. People aren't going to respect you when you don't respect yourself, when you don't handle a situation that grants you to get respect, and when you don't handle yourself in a way to where you are portraying and projecting that I'm someone that I respect. All right, so it doesn't matter if people respect you. It matters if you respect you, because if you respect you, you're going to get from people what you want because they're going to see you how you see yourself. And it's all about how you see yourself. It's all about what you tell yourself. Maybe you got the wrong idea about yourself. All right, maybe you got the wrong maybe you got a negative view of yourself. All right. And if you need to change those things, if you need to work on any of those things, I'm here for you. Book a session with me. All right. I'll talk to you about it. I'll help you get your mind right where it needs to be. So that way you could, be mentally tough, be mentally strong out here. And, you can You can stand up for yourself and handle situations how they're supposed to be handled without fear, without being afraid, and having courage and being strong minded. All right. So don't let people look down on you. Don't look down. I mean, don't let people look down on you, and don't look down on yourself for any of these kind of situations, because it is what it is. We all grow at our own space and time, and we all go through different things in life. All right. So it is what it is. If you need me, I'm here for you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. We out.